What's up, everybody? It's me, Dylan, back again with another brand new video for you guys. Today we're actually going to be reacting to a little bit of an older video of CJ's. We're going to be reacting to when Chris, himself, and myself all went to an antique store in Maryland and had some pretty crazy activity overall happen that we couldn't quite explain. You guys have asked me about more of my experiences I've had while filming with CJ and stuff like this, so in this video I'm going to break down a little bit more of what I was feeling at that time. This was shortly before I was getting ready to start my own channel, so I was just kind of getting used to a little bit more the paranormal realm, and at that time I wasn't really quite sure what to do. So we're going to break all that down. I am going to tell you guys I did get some new paranormal gear for when I go back. So I do want to give this company a shout out because they sent me this product for free. So I'm very appreciative of them for trusting me to be one of the first in the paranormal field to get to test it out once I'm back healthy. And I'm very excited to go ahead and use this device and all that for all you guys. So I'm going to break it down a lot more in detail once I'm back out ghost hunting. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a preamp to it. So shout out to Tesman. They actually got me an EMF meter that they're working on trying to bring out to the paranormal field. So it does all these cool things like normal EMF meters, but it also has sound notifications, so it'll let me know when it's going off, stuff like this. Just to show you guys quite simply what it looks like. It's right here. Like I said, it has not been used anything like this yet. It's all brand new. So I will go into more detail once I'm back out ghost hunting, but I did want to give these guys a shout out for sure for sending me this product. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get back used to filming these ghost videos for you guys, hopefully soon here when I go back to the doctor. And yeah, we'll be using this and some more paranormal gear that I've been looking at buying. So anyway, without further ado, let's just go ahead and just jump right into this video.
Look. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
What's up, everybody? My name is CJ Faison. First and foremost, welcome to my channel. Second of all, welcome to the world's most haunted antique warehouse. And this here is Goose on the Roof Antiques, located in Hebron, Maryland, where me, Chris, and Dylan tonight are going to spend the night inside. Now, we just got back off of a road trip from Indiana. I don't know when this multi-part series is going to drop. It may have already dropped by now. Who knows? I don't know what order we're going to post these videos. But anyway, Chris flies out tomorrow afternoon, so before he does, I called up Mark and Gwen. I'm like, hey, do you mind if we spend the night inside of the shop and explore around, sleeping bags, all this kind of stuff? Well, that's what we got going. So anyway, without any further ado, the creepiest part of this video is we're going to turn all the lights off, and guess what? You know what this means. When the lights go off, the spirits come out, and I'll be honest with you, I think y'all are in for a treat tonight. I really, really do. So without any further ado, let's get going. If you're like...
Alright, so first things first there, you guys have asked me before, do we really think that the lights off really helps with the paranormal activity? It all kind of depends on places. So some places are so active that even during the daytime you're going to get stuff happening. The farm is one of those places. Indiana State, which is where this video advertised that CJ has in here, was filmed. Madison Seminary, places like that we've been, they are active even during the day. So you know that you're going to get activity regardless. But we do usually tend to find that once it's starting to get a little bit later, a little bit darker, stuff like that, is when we start to get the most activity. I'm not quite sure why. I know it is getting closer to that 3 a.m. that everybody talks about with the witching hour, and that's where spirits really seem to come out and play a little bit more. So yeah, overall, we do think that lights off definitely kind of helps a little bit. Plus, it makes it a little bit creepier for us. So we kind of know what to expect in a sense. We try to mentally prepare ourselves by turning off lights, which doesn't always work, but that's part of why we attempt to do it. But yeah, so overall, it's something that we don't always think is going to cause more activity, but it is something that we have had proven to give us more activity. Alright, so we skip past the in-video ad there, and we jumped ahead to where we actually start to go over the equipment and start doing some of the investigating.
Alright, so the first thing we gotta figure out is where we're sleeping. I say we all split up. Both of y'all were like,
You're out of your damn mind.
I know, like last night we just got here from literally Indiana, which is kind of crazy, but might be a little crazy to do, but I think we should honestly split up. There's 3 massive sections. This one, the one back there, and the one furthest back there. And I'm just saying, I'm voting we split up. And
I'd love to man the door. No problem.
you're gonna man the door?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll go all the way in the back. Dylan, you go in the middle.
So yeah, so that was really our biggest concern when we first got in there is, do we split up? Do we stay together? What do we expect to do once we get in there? Chris was already terrified, as was I, from what happened previously at Indiana State Sanatorium. You guys have most likely probably seen that video. That was the 48 hours that we actually spent there alone, where we split up. I got lost in the tunnel. Something started to target us one by one. So we were already on the edge from that. So Chris was not really about it, so that's why he went to sleep by the front door. I did decide to, as you'll see later on, sleep in the way back room, and then CJ was kind of in the middle where we were starting to get some of the most activity. So yeah, we did decide to split up and go from there. It was kind of weird. Like I said, the energy was just kind of off. As soon as we walked in the door, we kind of felt that something was going to happen. So that's why we're like, all right, let's split up. Let's try to get some activity. But first, we're going to investigate all together, kind of see what the activity's like, kind of get a sense of the energy, and then keep going from there.
So my theory with all of, like all of these things in antique shops is, think about this for just a brief moment. Let's just say if somebody sold something haunted in here and it resided and wanted to attach itself to something else, or it was haunted before it got here, like there is probably over 100,000 items, if not 200,000 to 300,000 items in this store. You can't tell me that just a brief couple of them aren't haunted, right?
It's a good chance.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spice it up. Hello, spirits! We're here!
He didn't learn his lesson.
We're not in Indiana anymore.
Yeah.
We're in Delaware. We're good.
Yeah,
we left all that bad juju back, you know?
Yeah, never heard.
I would have laughed if something actually said hello back, because you would yourself.
Hope he's got an attachment.
Gosh. Back in my day, we used these in school.
Oh.
Okay. But, for the most part, this place is big. And for everybody watching back at home, if you haven't seen the previous 2 videos, I'm going to put the links down in the description. We've had some good stuff happen here, like some really, really good evidence.
Alright, so as you see, CJ does the hello, like him messing around. Chris and I thought maybe he would have learned his lesson, because at Indiana, obviously, he started yelling Marvin coming up and stuff like this from Home Alone. And yeah, there was a lot of activity that kind of got ramped up because that's, we thought maybe he would learn his lesson, but instead that kind of started the whole trend of him starting to mess around with him as soon as he gets there and get him riled up more and more, which we did not expect to happen. But if that makes him comfortable, it is what it is. Chris and I are not the biggest fan of it, but yeah, it was probably not our brightest move to come out of Indiana already dealing with all that and potentially having some energy follow us and immediately going to another location like this and kind of messing around.
This sign here would move on command. Right now it's not. And some of you were actually saying that you thought it was like the air conditioner on, or the heat or whatever. The heat is on right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it just briefly in the background, but that sign should be moving theoretically if the HVAC system was making that move, which is not happening. Okay, look up there at the corner where the spoiler is on that race car, and tell me that sign's not moving just a little bit.
Slight movement.
All right.
So that sign is very notorious for moving. When CJ and I were there at one time, like he said, it was moving back and forth on command for us. It was kind of wild, kind of crazy. I still want to get that sign personally for my house. Comment below if you guys think I should get that sign, so this way it's a little homage to the videos, and maybe I can get a little bit more answers out of it. But yeah, so that sign will move on command. It is not from the breeze. We've tested that. We checked out events, all this. We talked to Miss Gwen and Mr. Mark about it, and it still was the same thing, where it was still moving on command without any of the heat or AC on, and it was kind of weird. They said they've got weird feelings from back in that area before, and they've seen the sign moving, so it is a known thing to happen at this property, that something is messing with that sign.
This booth here was a booth where there was a picture, and there was wholeheartedly an attachment to this picture. It was really, really creepy. So I say the first thing we do is let's break out the necrophonic app right here, and let's just see if we can get anything at all to come through, and just see if there is something still in the booth here. All right, let's turn the volume up. Bonnie.
Look at it. It sounded like something touched it first, though, didn't it?
It did. It sounded like somebody touched it.
Alright, you guys go this way. I'm going to sit in IR this way.
Alright, alright. Here. Chris! Here. This is popping off already. Who touched that sign?
Whoa, it just moved very much.
It's moving.
Yeah, it's shaking.
Who's touching that sign right now? Sound like a me in the beginning. What's your name? Heath? Is your name Heath?
Whoa.
That thing is moving.
Yeah.
Look at that. Chris, look at that.
It's the first time I've ever heard that. It sounds like it says my name in there and Chris's name, which makes me think that something did kind of follow us from Indiana State, which would not be uncommon. We did get cleansed shortly after, Chris and myself, because we just didn't quite feel right. So that was a little bit weird and strange to me that Dandre kind of feels like it was following us there. Like I said, there's a sign moving. You guys saw when the heater was on, you could hear it in the video and all that before, and it wasn't moving, and now it's moving again. And it did sound like somebody actually touched it, so I think that something wants to get our attention over there. It likes us. It's not a negative energy, anything like this. I'm feeling like just kind of a playful child kind of like spirit. I think that it just has something to do with that whole store in general, mostly like by that back booth where that picture was and where the dolls are and stuff like this. And it's just trying to play with us, try to get our attention, be like, hey, I'm here, and do stuff like that, just to let us know that it is there watching us and communicating with us. I am going to skip ahead a little bit here because the necrophonic session didn't have too much going on there. So I'm going to jump forward to one of the other investigation parts we did. I'm probably going to roll most of this video from here on out without, like, I'm going to pause and do commentary, but I'm probably not going to fast forward some. Because this is where I could start to get more of the vibes about what we were feeling back then and get a little more into it. First thing you're going to see is CJ picking up a old school like wooden tribal mask. That I believe does have some very strong energy still attached to it. He put it on his face, which is not a good sign because that energy could potentially take over more and it's a little bit easier access to get through that way. But he does pick it up. He seemed to have been okay afterwards, but I definitely think messing with that kind of ramped up activity a little bit more, and then they realized that we were there to actually investigate, but we're also kind of messing around, doing our normal style investigations, as we always do, because we don't want to be serious all the time. We want to have fun. Like, we want to make light out of a situation that we're nervous in, because that's our coping mechanism to get through being nervous. So Yeah, so that's where I think it really kind of got mad and activity started to ramp up a little bit slowly but surely throughout the night.
Whoa.
What the was that?
Dylan?
That was me.
Okay.
I bumped my knee because I can't see anything in the dark.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Yo, what is that? You look good.
It's my new makeup.
You should wear that every day.
I hope nothing's attached to that.
Well, if it was, it isn't anymore.
It's attached to my face.
Yes. CJ Faison.
Oh, CJ Faison. I know that guy. So my slumber.
So yeah, so like I said, we make jokes about it and all this, like, oh, hopefully nothing's attached to it, but there definitely is an energy attached to that. Shortly after we filmed there, we talked to Miss Gwen and Mr. Mark about it, and they were telling us that some weird stuff has been happening in that kind of area since that mask has come in, which kind of confirmed our theory there was some energy attached to it. So now we're going to talk about setting up our sleeping bags, kind of show you guys where we're setting up. Obviously keep being ourselves, make normal jokes, stuff like this.
Party bag thing. What did I just call that?
Slumber bag.
Sleeping bag. My sleeping bag came in a box, which means I overpaid for mine. Chris and Dylan's. Well, theirs came in a bag just like this. Yeah, why is that? That's weird.
You paid like $30 for a box, dude.
Yeah.
Basically, we all have the same sleeping bag, basically. All right, boys, there's yours, Dylan.
Thanks, Ian.
No problem, man. Chris?
Oh, thanks, pal.
So what we're doing is we are all splitting up, and Chris is going to stay in the section number 1, which is the front portion. I'm going to stay in the middle portion, and then Dylan's going to go all the way to the back.
So I don't know if it's from CJ moving his arm or not. I never caught this in the original video, but I'm right now. If you guys look right where I just moved my mouse cursor, right in here, where you can see that light reflecting, every once in a while this bottom light area will disappear and come back. It's almost like something's kind of walking back and forth through there. I never caught that before, but we did get kind of a weird feeling as the night went on up here, so that might make a little more sense. So just keep an eye back over here while we're talking.
Every portion of this has activity going, but I think that I want to sleep near those masks in that one thing.
You want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep right there in the hallway because I feel like more confined. I don't feel trapped in like a booth. I don't think I could do the booth thing. With a sleeping bag on, if I had to get up real quick, I'm breaking everything.
I'm sleeping
Like in the honeycut farm, like this clip right here.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's exactly what would happen to me. And
CJ always ends up on the ground. I don't know why, but he always ends up on the ground in at least one moment in each of the videos. It's kind of funny. We always make jokes about him. Like, I'm just going to make a compilation of CJ falling, and it would probably be like one of the best videos I ever put up on the internet.
And I'm trying to be in an aisle where there's less breakable stuff, and I can do a clean getaway if I got to get out of here real quick.
I'm sleeping in the booth.
A ghost is trying to touch my booty.
Oh, whoa.
Booty hole.
That would be
What?
some ISS
Jeez.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know we're coming off of a trip in Indiana that, again, I don't know if this video is going to drop before that, but it's probably going to be like a 5 or 6 part series from Indiana. And I'm trying to liven it back up because it got really, really, really negative. I had a lot of issues. I commend Dylan and Chris for even wanting to come here and spend the night. So, yeah, without any further ado, let's dig on, boys.
Get in our spots.
Let's go get our... Demons, are you here?
Here we go.
Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
He sounded with a smile.
I can't help it, man. If there's anything from Indiana that followed me, feel free to come get in my sleeping bag, baby.
I hope like hell something messes with you, caresses your cheek or something.
Caresses my cheek.
You got
I'm
room
leaving
for
my
Dylan
bag.
in there in case you get scared?
What's that?
You got room for Dylan in there in case you get scared?
No.
No.
Who's gonna be the first one to bug out and go sleep in the truck? Let's.
I'm pretty close to the door. Later, guys. I'll be in the truck.
Chris is like, yep. You know what? You know that
Yeah,
ghost that just touched my my nose? Yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
See y'all
It's a
later.
cool 47 degrees out. I'm gonna sleep outside.
Chris can be. We're gonna hear this. and we're gonna know Chris went outside.
I'm just sleeping right next to the highway, so I feel safe.
He can be in the ditch. He can be over here like, oh god.
There's cars on both sides. I'm good.
All right, boys. Well, good luck to y'all.
So that was just like I said, us like cutting COVID and joking around and all this, because the feelings were starting to get a little bit weird. Chris, I know, was definitely on edge this whole night. He told me that he started to hear some weird noises and some weird things kind of happen up front, but he just chalked up to him being sleep deprived because we did not really sleep much on our way back from Indiana, because of just everything we experienced. We just couldn't sleep, and I was having some weird kind of lucid dreams and stuff like this, so I didn't really sleep well. So we're all just kind of sleep deprived from the long trip and trying to make light out of the situation there. But we make the jokes about if anything followed us from Indiana, and I do sincerely think that something did follow us from Indiana, just because we all had this weird kind of funk that we were going through. Vibes just felt off and a little bit different, but that's why Chris and I went and got cleansed and all. But yeah, so we make jokes about it and all, but it's a very real thing. So if you guys do go out and investigate these places, please be careful. Please make sure that you know what you're properly doing. Please make sure that you're properly cleansed, because you do not want to bring anything home to not only you, but friends, family, stuff like that.
I guess let's go search for places. I'm sleeping in an aisle. I don't know where. I'm just gonna be around the mask, but you're recording with your phone.
Behind the desk, I think. Well, I want to protect the cash, you know, just in case.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, because their cash register's completely empty. They don't keep cash registers.
I know where I'm gonna sleep.
Hey, if you get scared, you just hit like the cash register button.
Yeah.
Ching, the guys come out.
There you go.
Even my SOS.
I think I know where I'm gonna sleep.
Where are you gonna sleep?
You know that booth earlier with the mirror and all that, where we heard the noises during the necrophonic session?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna stay in there, like in the booth, by the chairs and all.
Oh boy.
So.
Well, Dylan, all I can say is good luck and good night.
Yeah.
So I kind of skipped past this part, which, my bad, I did not mean to leave you guys in the dark there, but if not, like I said, always go watch the full video, link down below. We did hear a couple of noises back in this area, in this booth with mirrors, which the mirrors are almost back to back, which, as we know, if they're faced towards each other's portal, because mirrors in general can be a portal. So this was kind of the start of me trying to get a little bit more investigative, if that's the proper word for it, and try to get a little bit more in contact with the energy I was feeling, which I'm still trying to learn in every single video, trying to like get more used to my, as you guys put it, gift overall, which I'm still not sure if I actually do, or if I'm just like good at reading gut reactions or what it is. But yeah, so I definitely was starting to feel a lot more by this time, because this is probably a year and a half, 2 years into me being around CJ all the time. We were doing Randonautica, and we'd go to haunted places and I'd feel some things. We were doing some haunted videos that we would film together, stuff like this. So I was starting to get a little bit more, like, not comfortable, but a little bit more of a sense of feeling what was going on. And something was drawing me to that area, and I knew I needed to go back there, sleep there, see if anything happened, which not really much happened when I was back there. But there is still a strong feeling of that there is something that wants me to investigate more there. I'm thinking about trying to bring Ellen here and going and filming a night there. So comment below if you guys want me to go back once my foot's all healed to Goose on the Roof, because Miss Gwen and Mr. Mark have been asking me when I'm going to go film there. So I am planning on going and film there. So let me know what you guys think, if I should or not. But yeah, so that's why I was really drawn to that area. I was a little bit scared sleeping back near a mirror, because there was a lot of breakable stuff in there. And like he said, if I fall, try to get up quick, stuff like this, it was a really good chance that I might break something and have to buy it. So I was trying to be really careful while setting on my sleeping bag and go to sleep back there.
Hopefully I don't break
What did you say,
anything.
Yahtzee?
Godspeed.
Oh, Godspeed. Yeah, Godspeed, Dylan.
Jeez.
That sounds
Yahtzee.
like Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee.
Oh, you can probably find a Yahtzee board in here. You guys want to play it?
Yeah, you guys will play
Oh, you
Yahtzee before
imagine
bed?
if we found a Ouija board in here? We'd have to play that.
Absolutely
If any
not.
of y'all come across a Ouija board, I'm not even kidding.
I'm going to hand it to you guys and be like, I'll be on the truck. That's what we said.
Chris is going to start the truck up and be like,
That's
All
fine.
right.
fun while it lasted.
Here we go.
I'll find my booth, I guess.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Have fun.
How are you?
Hey, you think I can record with these?
Oh, yeah, straight vlogging camera.
Oh, yes, I'm in.
All right. Was that you, Chris? Chris. Okay. Maybe that was him. I don't know. Why do the old pictures, everybody looks so miserable? Can you imagine being like that? Like every time you took a selfie, just being like this?
I mean, you'd probably be pretty miserable too if you had to work on the farm for like 20 hours a day and then do nothing.
We're here at the beach. I'm here with my homies. How hard does it go? Crack a smile. Damn.
I mean, they were probably like pretty miserable. I mean, they didn't have anything we have now.
They didn't have electricity back then.
I forgot all about that clip. I told him we were gonna get killed by the spirits for making fun of those pictures. We're not making fun of the actual people in the pictures. It's just that historically, they did not actually do expressions in pictures. I learned this whole theory about it. I'm not gonna bore you guys about it, but I learned about it in film school. And yeah, it was absolutely wild to hear him kind of joke around about it and all, and you just can't help but laugh. He's just such a character, and he's so funny the way that he approaches it. The stories that he comes up in his head, like here at the beach, and you're not showing expressions, was priceless. That really kind of helped lighten the mood because I was kind of on edge, like I'm getting ready to sleep back there. I don't know what to expect, and he was kind of a little bit nervous too. So that was us just kind of loosening up, having a little bit of fun, laughing. Yeah, I don't think that the spirits were really necessarily mad about it. I think they were kind of like thinking that's funny too, but I also think that then they were like, all right, if they're going to keep making jokes, like, I like these guys, they're funny, let's keep playing around with them. I do not think there's any negative spirit whatsoever at this place. I do think they're kind of friendly. Some kind of seem like jokes are kind of spirits, and I think that's kind of what we were going to deal with throughout the rest of the night.
Oh gosh, I want to sleep in this booth. The candles smell amazing.
Ooh, they got candles?
Gosh, damn, hell yeah.
Oh, I like candles.
American Paint Company candle.
Oh, jeez.
All kinds of candles. Oh, this one's called Amazing.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about buying this.
I'm thinking about buying a couple candles to take home.
No, I'm thinking about buying this. Put them in my cake.
Yeah, that's going to be a little creepy, Dylan. You go ahead. There's something attached to that sign.
See, I was drawing the sign even back then, but I forgot that he thought the paint were candles. We realized that once we were editing that they were actually paint and not candles, and we knew that he was going to get killed by you guys for that because it says right there on the bottom paint. Well, that's just kind of how it is. Half the time we don't read, we just see things and we're like, oh look, it's candles, like, and we both like do like some candles, so we're like, hey, like, let's buy some candles, like, let's be serious, like, about it, like. That's what I was like, oh, I like candles. And he was like, yeah, I was thinking about buying some because we do like it. And that booth did smell, like, pretty good. So it did kind of smell like a candle there. I don't know why. So, yeah, we thought they were actually candles. But here it turned out the whole time that it was actually paint itself.
Look, oh, my gosh. We have an old picture of people smiling.
Wow.
I might have to buy that just for the record. Do I want to sleep in this hallway? You're going all the way to the back?
Yeah,
down that way?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to go over here then.
Alright, well.
Oh, I'm going to sleep in front of the masks.
Oh, you're wild, dude. Have fun.
Yeah.
Are you going infrared when you sleep?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think I'm going to too. I think I can sleep full light in my face. I'm going to put it in sleep as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Shout out to Essentia. Sponsors. It's our favorite water. We love Essentia water.
Alright, there's way too much glass in this booth for me. Oh, I can sleep on the couch. I don't know. Oh, this is a fancy view. I need something to put my camera up on now. Hey.
Alright everybody, I'm picking out my booth right now. I got lots of lights on, so just in case, you know, just want to feel safe while I'm setting up my...
Chris was so nervous. This whole time, he was so nervous while filming it. He had no idea what to expect. That's why he was sleeping by the door. He literally, once we woke up and all this, he was like, listen, like, I was so nervous the whole time. He's like, I don't know if you guys can record, like, use the recording of me setting up my sleeping bag. He's like, because the camera was shaking from my hand being nervous, which turned out to be fine. It wasn't shaking that bad, but you could hear it in his voice. He was nervous, rightfully so, because after everything we had just previously experienced the couple nights before. all of us were nervous and on edge. So shout out to Chris for being a trooper. It was one of his first times really just kind of filming with CJ and I doing paranormal videos. So he had no idea what to get himself into. And yeah, that's why I applauded for it. He was a trooper. Now he's in almost all of our videos other than when we're filming alone because we're all busy. So shout out to him for that for sure.
Got a lot of mermaids around me. Feeling like I'm at the ocean. I got some beach vibes going. I feel pretty good about this. So I'm at the front of the store and by the windows, which does not make me feel safe at all. But there's a lot of cars going by, so if I hear a noise, I'm just gonna pretend it's a car. I'll be alright. I'm definitely gonna be good. I'm gonna set this up for a minute right here. Get this all unraveled. Sorry about the noise. Well, I guess my phone, but hey, I think it's pretty nice. Damn, I'm gonna fit in this thing.
Chris was
That's
showing
not
the
the
fitness
biggest
sleeping
sleeping bag I've
bag.
ever seen. But I have to go get my sweatshirt because I need a pillow to sleep on.
Alright guys, so this is going to be my booth. So yeah, let's set this down here. And let's like set up a chair. Let's see if I can record this anywhere. See what's gonna be the best way. Alright guys, I think we're gonna go right about there.
So they said this mirror, we were kind of getting weird vibes from. We heard noises right by that cabinet by there. And as you see, there's another mirror there. And on the other side of the wall, right behind this mirror right here where my cursor is, there was another mirror. So they were basically back to back. You can kind of see some of the other mirrors. So yeah, I felt really drawn to here. Energy felt like it was kind of strong back here. So that's why I set it up. So yeah, you'll see my cowboy boots too. RIP my cowboy boots. They got totally destroyed in one of the videos I filmed, so I need to get a new set.
Hey Dylan!
Yeah,
It's dark when I turn my light off.
it's dark when you turn your light off.
Yeah, when I turn my flashlight on my phone off, I cannot see my hand in front of my face.
I'll get ready to turn off my actual light on my camera and set up my sleeping bag now.
Gosh. I'm damn nervous right now.
Yeah, this is definitely scary, bud.
Huh?
It's definitely scary.
Damn right, there's like all kinds of shit looking at me.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of breakables in my booth, so I'm very scared.
Let me set my little light right here. I'm gonna turn my light off. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, Dylan, I forgot a pillow.
Oh, me too. Shit.
Honestly, though, I can say it's been a crazy few days. So we drove back from Indiana. I think it was 10 or 11 hours. Did it all in one day. We've been here for a few days, and I gotta leave soon. So CJ was like, "Hey, you want to do one more?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah, why not? We're here. We might as well." So yeah, here I am. I'm staying in this little booth by the door. Can't lie, I'm super tired. These bags under my eyes mean anything, but it's been crazy. It's been wild lately. Don't know how else to describe it. The stuff that happened in Indiana, the place we went to, is some of the scariest stuff that's ever happened to me in my life. I think Dylan could agree. I think CJ can also agree. We were all pretty terrified. So just glad to be home safe. Glad that we don't have any attachments as far as we know yet. So it's only been a little bit since we've been home, and I haven't been back to my actual home yet in New York. So I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I'm gonna leave this on for a little bit. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get comfortable. I'll update you guys in a little bit.
Oh. Put my shoes right here. Put my hat right there. Gonna get in my sleeping bag.
You good over there, bud?
I'm singing to the spirits, Dylan.
I'm very scared to like be in my socks in here.
I'm in my socks right now.
Oh man.
I'm gonna sing to him, man. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy thoughts. Please don't come mess with me.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm using my my hoodie as a.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, this tag over here keeps moving. I don't know if he had like walked by it and it caused a breeze, or if he like had bumped it at one point, but this thing's moving like quite frequently. Yeah, him singing and all this, I think, like I said, really kind of helped the activity too, because he was just messing around, having a good time, like always. So, it's hard to ever get sleep into anything serious with CJ around, because he'll always make a joke and you'll always be laughing and never know what to expect. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just jump forward a little bit here to where we actually start sleeping. Like I said, we set up all the sleeping bags. We kind of go back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and jump forward to right here, and we'll continue on from this point, because we did get some activity. CJ caught something really crazy that I do want to sit down and talk about with you guys.
Terrified right now. Can't lie to you guys.
So yeah, so as you guys see, this Jack in the Box started to get played with, and it popped up. Shortly before that, if you listen closely, it sounds like we hear footsteps kind of walking down the hallway towards there. So this is what makes me think that there's a playful kind of child spirit here. That whole booth is nothing but dolls and children's toys and all this. The fact that this actually got played with and opened up on camera, it's actually really insane to me. When we watched back this footage, it was like, wow, like that actually happened right behind CJ's head, and we captured that on camera. So yeah, there's definitely some playful children's spirit here. This is where is probably the creepiest point of the night once we reviewed that footage. Like, we had no idea at the time, obviously, because we were sleeping. But this is what made us realize, okay, there is some serious stuff that can happen here. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Jack in the Box. Kind of the spirit that was playing with it, but to me it's definitely a child spirit. I just kind of get the, like I said, the playful nature, like it just wants to play around and it doesn't want to cause any harm. Scares the hell out of us, but it also, like, I understand it's just trying to get our attention because it's probably scared as well. That's the worst. We've all done it while filming, sleeping, and all this, where we've accidentally blinded ourselves. Then it makes things even more creepier because you don't know what to expect. You're seeing spots the whole time. The fact that my man's actually in his boxers is wild to me. Like, I would never get down to just my boxers in this place.
Alright, so I'm going to turn my light off here. And I'm just going to walk around a little bit. I don't even know if you've ever been like woken up and like it's like I'm gonna turn my light off here. I either felt like something touched me or I don't know. But I don't know if I dreamed there or something. Very strange. I'm gonna walk back here to Dylan and see if he's up.
If you guys have never walked with just infrared on, it is almost impossible. And when you're in a place like this and there's so much breakable stuff, you're so nervous you're gonna bump into break something. Because literally what you guys see is way more than we see. All we see is whatever's through our little viewfinder, which is this, but much smaller. And if you look up from it, it's complete blackness and your eyes are not adjusted. So you can't see what's going on. There's literally no lights whatsoever back there. So that makes it even more terrifying. Like I said, I'm just kind of right now just kind of getting the feeling that whatever is playful kind of left that area. It's back up towards the middle of the store. But I do believe that there's multiple like energy forms that are here. And there's definitely something in this backyard where we spent a night, but it just kind of didn't really show itself. But I could definitely feel that there is something back there just kind of like hiding in a sense. Don't know why it's hiding, can't quite gauge that, but maybe when I go back, we can get a little bit more answers about that.
Oh, I can hear that clock ticking. That's what that is. Whew. Dylan, are you up?
That was a no. I was out. I was so exhausted and I could finally sleep that night for a little bit.
Damn booze is he in? Oh my gosh. He's not on the couch. Here's what I see. I'm gonna show you all that. That's literally all I can see. I'm only looking at the screen right here.
See what I mean? Pump into stuff, it'll absolutely terrify you. There's trees that have gotten us before.
Cue tree. Cue.
And then classic CJ Fast and we start to talk shit to the tree. I love it. I love it. So that light you see above my camera too, that's just infrared light. This camera could pick it up almost like it's a regular light, but when we would turn off the infrared mode on the camera, you would see that's just pure darkness. And yeah, it's absolutely terrifying back there. It is so dark. There's so much stuff. But yeah, like I said, this was one video that we were already on edge, and this just added the suspense to it.
Oh gosh, that looks like a bunch of expensive shit. I can't run into that.
See, there you go. So these are infrared lights, so you guys can see there. Obviously, my viewfinder is showing whatever it is can see in infrared mode. But we are dark because we're trying to sleep, and it's really hard to sleep with light in your face. But throughout the night, like, we didn't really show it because we didn't capture it on camera. But there was a couple times I would toss and turn, I would wake up, and it would feel like something's just kind of watching me. I would hear like a couple small noises, sounded like footsteps in the distance. Very, very faint though, so we didn't put it in because the camera couldn't really capture it. But we heard noises all throughout the night, kind of walking back and forth to the store. So it's almost like they're playing, or like kind of playing hide and seek or whatever. They're running around trying to get our attention, or they see us and we're like, oh, let me turn around and go the other way and all this. So yeah, that's kind of the feeling that we were getting when we were back there. We would keep waking up off and on. I can't with him.
Listen, I can hear him breathing.
I did not hear him at all either.
Creepy. Holy shit.
So I had no idea he was there, which makes me feel terrified that there's so much standing right above me.
Oh gosh, this is really tough. I'm like hunched over, trying to walk. It sounded like something just whispered at me. Oh gosh. I'm trying not to hit anything. Hello?
So what you guys probably heard was a knock there. To us, when we're watching it, it sounded almost like somebody had like tapped on one of the wood beams kind of nearby. To me, just kind of based off this video now and like understand a little bit more of energies and what I'm feeling, I actually feel that it was like somebody just kind of peeking around a corner and it saw him and it tried to like move and run away, and when it did, it just made a noise, like it had its hand up against the wood and it like removed it, and now like you can hear like a little thud. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting, was that CJ had startled them and they were trying to run away, almost like they're playing hide and seek. Like I said, I think that it's just a child like kind of jokester spirit, and it could be an adult but just with a jokester energy. But yeah, so that's kind of the feeling that I was just kind of getting from it. So I'm just gonna jump ahead here to where CJ's kind of messing with Chris. This way we can just watch this part here.
Oh my gosh, I can hear him snoring.
Poor Chris was so tired. He was out snoring so bad, like all of us were. But CJ like could not handle it. He was just dying laughing the whole time. And we had no idea about any of this, so we watched back that footage, and then Chris was like, dude, what the hell? Like, I didn't even know you were there. Which was, it's creepy to us, so we didn't even know somebody's there, so it makes us terrified when we're filming these videos. We didn't know CJ was there. How do we know if there's another human there? So that's why we've really kind of ramped up our security of outside cameras at all times when we're trying to sleep, if possible. Stuff like that, because you never know what to expect.
Or am I just gonna hear him? Oh god, he's right here.
I'm still out, and he's up there messing with Chris.
I'm sorry. That shit was funny.
Alright, so that's just where we're going to end off the video, because CJ goes back and he goes back to sleep, we're done. But I just want to watch that clip of him kind of laughing at Chris, and we all make fun of each other, and like, but it's all in good fun and just jokes and all this. So we're like, dude, like, you were out, like, you were snoring like a bear. And he's like, dude, I was tired, and we were just talking about it. But Chris did have some really weird kind of energy, so maybe what I'll do is I'll try to get CJ and Chris together, and we'll film a video just kind of sitting down, talk about the energy we felt at not only here, but Indiana State, and we could talk about what we experienced that we might not have put on camera. Because there's a lot of stuff that we feel, but we won't put it on camera because the camera doesn't pick it up. Or we don't have quite clear, like, decision making there that, okay, let's put this in a video because it seems like it's definitely the smartest thing to put in. Because sometimes we try to debunk stuff and we might not know what it is, but or it was something that we think is kind of minor, but it could be something that ends up being major later on in the story, and then we can't find that clip because we are going through hours and hours and hours of footage. Like the Indiana State video that we filmed right before this, we had like 3 hard drives full of footage, so we had to go through and we had to watch clip by clip by clip, listen to audio, watch it back. I watch it, CJ watch it, Chris would watch it, and as soon as we find something, we'd text each other and call each other like, hey, come down to my office, because we were all in the offices at the time, and we're like, come here, let's watch this back. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe so. Do we put it in? Do we not? What do you guys think it is? Because this is what I think it is. So there's a lot that goes into filming these videos, so sometimes stuff doesn't make the cut. So what I'm thinking about doing is trying to sit down with the guys and talk about stuff that we caught that we didn't quite put in the video, but it's something that now we kind of wish that we did. Because we all had that, where you don't put something in a video, and then you're like, oh man, I really wish I like would have put that in back in the time. So yeah, I'm going to try to sit down with those guys, talk about it, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hop off of here. So thank you guys so much for the love and support and watching this. Please make sure to like, subscribe, watch CJ's full video. And yeah, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.